I'm a drummer. I am very nervous to talk on stage. I feel really awkward, and I look at my heroes like Brent Smith from Shinedown or Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. They command a crowd so well, and I feel like it's just unobtainable. Like, how do you get to that level? But I've been fascinated by frontmen, and in the efforts to learn how to command a crowd better, I've been analyzing live concerts for a long time, and there is one artist in particular that I think shows that even the most awkward people can command a stage if done right. Today, I'm going to be talking about Dadi Freyr, and I'm not sure if I can say that correctly. I'm sorry, I'm from the Midwest in the United States. I'm trying my best. The world really discovered him in 2020 during Eurovision, and he grabbed audiences' attention with his awkward sort of dancing, but really catchy dancing, and his live shows are honestly even better. Now, he doesn't really do a lot of talking during songs, which I think is something we all need to try to be better at, is talking during a song, but let's be honest, it's not as easy as it looks. And the first thing I think we should do is look at the way he speaks between songs, because especially for our nervous people, it's outstanding the way he does it. From what I've analyzed for over the last several years, there are lots of typical things to say to the audience, like first being, just ask questions. How's everybody doing tonight? Who's ready to party? Very simple ways to interact with the audience. Another is thanking the audience. They came out, they're spending their time, their money to see you. You should say thank you. Complimenting the audience. You hear almost every band say, oh, I think this is the best crowd of our whole tour, or wow, this is the best show we've ever had. You guys are amazing. It makes me roll my eyes a little bit because they say it to everybody, but it is a great way to interact with the audience. Another is introducing band members. Here, we're so-and-so. This is Rick, our guitar player. And that really just helps the audience get to know you more personally, and it's really something that helps them connect. Now, Dadi Freyr has this way of taking these frontman staples, these things that every single frontman does, and he turns them into bits, really, like funny bits. Here he is thanking the audience.
Thank you. And thank you. And you. And thank you. And thank... Thank you. Hey, thank you. Thanks to everybody, though, also. Just especially thank you.
He takes it to another level, and it's not like crazy screaming energetic. It's just turning this into a moment. And he has his own bit that he uses every single time. Here's a clip of him doing the same exact thing, but he kind of elaborates a little more with interacting with certain audience members.
Hey, thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. Thank you with the pink giraffe over there. Thank you with the yellow giraffe over there. And thank you with the blue fish, I want to say, over there. Thank you with the Icelandic flag over there. Thank you to the naked person over there.
The way he compliments the audience is also something I really, really love. I think this is probably my favorite way to compliment the audience instead of the stereotypical, oh, you guys are the best crowd we've ever had. It's very generic, but look at this.
You look so good. You look so nice. You look so spicy.
It's not super bombastic, but it is totally him. Like, it works for him. Here he is introducing a band member.
Can we all say, wow, Huffy? Can we all say, Huffy? Can we all say, Huffy? One more. Can we all say, Huffy? Yeah, we can.
A lot of people will introduce band members on stage and just say, Rick, our guitar player, which is cool. But this is a funny way to have a little crowd participation and introduce who's playing what. My philosophy on concerts has really changed because the more I research, the more I'm seeing that people talk more about the fact that you're supposed to be creating moments on stage, things that people will remember forever. And honestly, I think he proves that you can turn literally anything into a memorable moment. I mean, literally anything, like anything.
Now I'm gonna go over here and do this. Then I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. And then I'm gonna go to the middle, and when I do it, everything is gonna go bananas. I knew it! Yeah? Usually it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. And when it does, it's amazing. And when it doesn't, it's awkward. Wait. If it doesn't work now, then if you could all like act like it worked, because if you don't, then it would really hurt my feelings. Okay.
None of these are crazy things. He's just kind of playing with the audience. And this made me think, what can my band do that's unique to us? We play a couple country songs, and in the past, our singer has brought a cowboy hat and put it on for these songs. And, you know, he puts it on and a few people chuckle, and that's kind of it. But what we could do is try to turn that into a whole moment. Have him hold up the hat above his head and say, all right, when I put this hat on, I need everybody to scream like you just saw the Beatles, or I need everybody to holler like they're, you know, in the Wild West or something. Put on the hat, and then you can even like do a drum roll and do this whole thing, and then tip the hat and just have everybody scream or something. Like, you can turn that moment that normally is just nothing into something that's fun. And also, some people watching don't even realize he put on a cowboy hat. I mean, I know that's crazy to say, but they literally don't think about it. It's like, I put on a hat, who cares? They don't think about it. But you're getting the whole audience to understand, hey, we're putting on a cowboy hat for some country songs and making it into a joke and a really big deal. Now, during Dadi Freyr's concert, he also does something I really, really like.
I'm very aware that there's cameras recording. There's a camera here, there's a camera, there's a camera here, and there's one camera over here, and then there's a camera over here, also one, and then there's this guy. No, it's stuck to the thing, but it's here. Hey! So usually I ramble a lot during shows, and now I'm extra aware that my rambling might be heard a lot.
This is a great way of educating the audience on what's going on. Some might not realize what your band's setup is. And I've honestly never thought about this until watching his concerts and actually analyzing this. So think up some examples of what's unique on your stage, like explaining it to them and letting them in on the experience, the behind the scenes of what's going on. And it can lead to some really cool moments. So again, this made me start thinking, what could my band do? One example that I came up with that I actually think I want to try to do is our guitar player usually has a massive pedal board, and he's got a ton of different, you know, effects and everything. And we could have the singer could go up to him just after a song and say, "Whoa, Cody, that pedal board is massive. You could command the Death Star with that thing. What are you going to do with that?" And then just let him use the craziest sound effect he has and start playing. And this could actually create a really like spontaneous event. He could start playing something. I could join in. The bass player can join in, which we do in rehearsals all the time. Like, we'll just start playing something. And if it's a song we know, the singer might just start singing. What is really cool about this idea that I'm coming up with as I'm doing this video is that it's a way of doing something that's planned, but it's also planned spontaneity. Like, it's going to be unique every time, even though we're doing the bit every time, but the bit changes, which I think, I mean, honestly, I think that's just such a great idea that we could accomplish in specifically for my band, but maybe it'd work for yours too. Audiences love direction. One of the subtle things he does, but it's really important, is he introduces the slowest song on their set and says, if you are with a loved one, this is your time to dance with them, like take a moment with them. And I'm always terrified of playing slow songs because a lot of the times I see people leave or start kind of losing interest and walk off because it's slow. And he gives them direction, like, hey, everybody, this is how you can enjoy this song. My band did a gig years ago and we played I Want It That Way. And the singer told them, hey, everybody get in a circle and hold hands. And it was a group that was dancing, so it made sense. But that alone, like, we gave them a direction and it worked out great. Like, they absolutely loved it and it became a memorable moment. And one of the best DJs I've ever seen in my whole life at a wedding, he noticed one of my buddies was filming like everything with an old fashioned, this was like an old phone. He had a big fisheye lens on the camera and he was filming like everything. And he said, all right, everybody get together in a big clump. And then he had that guy come out and he said, all right, I want you to film this. And we're going to, and I think he did. I want it that way. I think that's why my band, we did that later. But he turned this into a special moment and I'll never forget it. So here's my first kind of set of homework for you and myself, is to think up 3 different ways you can do thank yous, 3 different ways you can compliment the audience, 3 different ways you can introduce a band member, 3 things you can explain to your audience about your stage setup, and finally, try to think up 3 just really random, quirky things you can do on stage that can be literally anything. Now, don't worry if these aren't good. Just try them out and see if it works. I mean, you have nothing to lose here. Now let's talk about moving on stage. Dadi Freyr has developed his own sort of weird movements and dances and all that sort of stuff, but here is an example of him just singing behind a microphone. It's more interesting than just standing there and holding a mic and singing, but here he is walking around on the stage. He's sort of taken this T-Rex arm thing and he just goes with it. And I find that so interesting because I know that I feel a lot of times like, oh, am I going to look awkward on stage? Do I look weird? But seeing personality is better than seeing no personality. People like seeing something, and if you're just standing there like a statue, it's not entertaining. So no matter how weird it is to you, just give it a shot. And if you're nervous for moving around on stage, let's start with baby steps. Whenever you don't have to sing something, it's an instrumental, get away from the microphone. Just leave it. Go somewhere. 2 things happen when you do this. It makes you look more interactive. And also, the second thing is the audience knows, hey, the singer's not singing right now. What else do I need to look at? It gives them a chance to look at other things. But where do you go? 2 main options. Now, number 1, if there are audience members who are really getting into it, walk over to them. Go over to them and point to them or wave at them. And you can do the goofiest wave you want. You can be like, I'm sure they will actually enjoy it and just like that you interacted with them. Number 2 would be finding a friend on stage. Like, go over to them. If bass player's going, go up to them and start grooving with them. And like, don't make it all about you, but just like look like you're interacting with them. As a drummer, I feel lonely. I'm going to be completely honest. I almost never have anybody interact with me on stage. So if anybody ever walks up to the drum riser and looks at me and like jams with me for a second, I am in heaven. That's my favorite thing. And I would just, I would love when that happens. Plus, the audience loves to see that you get along. They want to see that this band enjoys playing together. So if you look like you're interacting, that is a plus for them. Okay, you're nervous and you finally want to try and move while you sing. Easiest way to start this is by creating marks on stage. Simplest marks would be left, center, right. And the idea is to not just walk around in a circle, and look like you don't really know where you're going. You want to walk with a purpose. So if I'm singing and I want to move to stage left, I just go. I walk with purpose and then I stop at that spot and I start singing to the people who are right there in front of that area. Or just in general, start pointing, if there's not a lot of people, just go over to that side, start singing and just like look off into the distance. It doesn't matter. But then when you're done with that, move to another spot, deliberately go back to the center of the stage. But also don't just be there for like 3 seconds. Sing like a whole verse and chorus in that spot and then move. All these things just shows confidence and it shows that you know what you're doing, even if you feel like you don't. And of course, if the stage is bigger, you can have more marks, center, center left, center right, center, or if there's like a walkway or there's some risers on the stage, you just utilize it. Pick spots and just say, I'm going to go there. So the next thing I would do is just look at your songs, look at your set list, go through the songs and the lyrics and map out, okay, here's a spot where I'm not singing. I can move to, let's say, the drummer or the bass player, or just say, okay, during this song, I'm going to go to the left and sing, and then I'm going to go over to the center or whatever it may be. You know, there's bands like, I've seen Paramore, a lot of live videos of them, and their guitarist and bass player in this one song always switch sides of the stage at the same exact time every single solitary time. It's like they have it planned out. We switch sides at this point in the song. If you're nervous to be moving around, I completely understand. I am too. That's why it helps to just say, okay, we're mapping this out. We're going to do the exact same thing every single time. Honestly, I'm not great at being a frontman, and I'm trying to improve. I lead worship at a church, and that's a hard thing because I'm not a frontman. I'm leading worship, but I get nervous. I don't want to come off as egotistical or a narcissist, so I really am nervous to talk, but I find that when I do build up the courage and I really feel led to say something about the song or tell people, hey, you know, Easter was a good example. As we did this song where it sings hallelujah. Now, hallelujah, if you do Lent, which is the season of Easter and everything, you're not supposed to say hallelujah during that time. And so this song, on Easter, I said, you know, in the chorus, we sing hallelujah. And I know that to a lot of you, you may not be thinking about that, but during Lent, we're not supposed to say that word. So this is finally our time we get to sing hallelujah, and we just get to sing it as loud as we want. And after the service, I had people coming up to me saying, you really need to talk more. You really put that song into perspective, and you need to do it more. So audiences in general appreciate when you put in that effort, because you're really doing it for them. It's not really all about you, whether you enjoy talking or whether you enjoy moving on stage. It's really about interacting with your audience and helping them experience your concert or your service or whatever it is you're doing. It's you helping them enjoy it. And if you're going to spend the time to drive all the way out there, set up all your equipment, do everything, don't you want to make the most of it? Like I do. I want to make the most out of it that I can. Thank you so much for watching. I might see if there's other people I can analyze, and maybe I'll do more of these, but this is my breakdown of Dadi Freyr, if that's the way to say it. So sorry. Love your music, and have a great day. Bye. God bless you.